Alright, here we go. I know a lot of people have been waiting for this for a while. The Battle City season kicks off, and the first match is between Yugi and Weevil. Now, the Battle City season is going to... hang on, let me rephrase that. The Duelist Kingdom season is going to end with about 4 rounds of the Battle City season to go. So the Battle City season will go on for just a little bit longer, and as that happens, I will try and get a new series done involving maybe the GX series or maybe Raphael, Valen, and all them. Anyway, let's get into the duel. Weevil has gone with Parasite Paraseed straight off the bat. There's Insect Neglect as well. That's a pretty good card as well. He's also got Howling Insect and Flying Kamakiri number 1. Okay, turn change. Back to Yugi. Alright, Yugi just with a face down defense. There's Spider Egg for Weevil. That's one where Weevil can summon tokens if need be. And now decides to go with Howling Insect. That when that's destroyed, Weevil can pull an insect 1500 or less from his deck to his field. And Parasite Paraseed is now in Yugi's deck. So with that card, Weevil will hope that Yugi will either draw it. Weevil does have Jade Insect Whistle, so he can pull that to the top of Yugi's deck. And it will turn all of Yugi's monsters to insects. Weevil could use Insect Barrier. And you might think, is that overpowered with Parasite Paraseed if Yugi gets that? Believe it or not, nothing stops Yugi from being able to just tribute Parasite Paraseed and just use it as bait for a tribute summon, to be honest. Alright, Howling Insect is destroyed. Weevil will take an insect with 1500 or less attack from his deck. Ultimate Insect level 3 has come to the field, and because that's been destroyed with the effect of Howling Insect, upon Weevil's next turn, which is coming up right now, Yugi has done all of his attacks. Weevil will be able to activate that effect. Oh, there's Jade Insect Whistle. Speak of the devil. Ultimate Insect level 3's effect will activate. Weevil will get Ultimate Insect level 5 to the field. And just like that, already we have got massive strength on Weevil's side of the field. Jade Insect Whistle will bring Parasite Paraseed to the top of Yugi's deck. Again, that also stops Yugi from being able to draw a good card on the next turn as well. Alright, and Flying Kamakiriman number 1 is to the field as well. When that's destroyed, again, Yugi can also pull a wind monster with 1500 or less attack. And Weevil's got more wind monsters this time as well. Alright, and all of Yugi's cards are losing 500 points of attack due to the effect of Ultimate Insect level 5. Weevil, in just a couple of turns, has got massive monsters on the field. There's Parasite Paraseed. That has gone face up defense on Yugi's side of the field due to effect and done 1000 points of damage. Yugi's monsters will now all be classed as insects. And, oh, well, there you go. Yugi tributes it for Jack's Knight. Jack's Knight will be able to destroy Flying Kamakiriman. Weevil will activate an effect, but Yugi's tributed it, and Jack's Knight has lost 500 attack points as well. That is from the effect of Ultimate Insect level 5. And, oh, there's Brain Control. Yugi pays 800 points and takes control of Ultimate Insect level 5. And there's a Monster Reborn as well. Now, you might be thinking, why didn't Yugi tribute Ultimate Insect level 5? He could have used Brain Control and then summoned Jack's Knight. But remember, you don't want Parasite Paraseed on your side of the field. Weevil has strategies to play against that. He has Insect Barrier. He has other cards in his deck as well. You do not want Parasite Paraseed on your side of the field. And not only that, Weevil also has Insect Neglect. and it looks like he is going to be able to play that a few times throughout. He's going to be able to release all of his cards. That flying Kamikiriman number 1 is not going to be able to be destroyed. You could say that could be a misplay from Yugi. He could have destroyed Ultimate Insect level 5, but is there... What other cards does Yugi have in his hand? Does he have another reason? Because now Weevil can level up Ultimate Insect level 5 and pull Ultimate Insect level 7, which will reduce Yugi's monsters by 700 points. Yugi may not have been ready for all of this. Alright, Flying Kamikiriman attacks Yugi's Obnoxious Celtic Guard. Remember, that can't be destroyed by monster with what is it, 1900 or more. Okay, draw phase for Yugi, and he goes, oh, Soul Taker. Maybe that's why. He did have a backup. Yugi did cost a lot of points, but... Oh, and there's card destruction as well. Buster Blader just went to the graveyard. I guess Yugi had no choice but to play it, and he goes with a face-down defense, so it may have been a bit of a misplay from Yugi. However, oh, and there it is. There's Insect Barrier. That's why Yugi didn't want Paraseed on the field. Weevil has played it, won't do any good now, but man, Yugi almost had that sprung on him. If he had Insect Barrier on the field along with Paraseed, he would not be able to destroy any of Weevil's monsters, so that would explain why he didn't tribute that Ultimate Insect level 5. Alright, Yugi with a face down defense. It looks like he is protected for a while now. The thing is though, Weevil with all these monsters in his graveyard, he can keep using the effect of Insect Neglect to protect himself as well. Great Moth can't be special summoned, although Weevil has elected to just throw away Ultimate Insect level 5. And flip back to Weevil. He's drawn a Dispel. There's also Multiplication of Ants as well. Gokubor is flipped face up. Multiplication of Ants, it's activated. Weevil will get an extra couple of Ant tokens. He has some defense on the field now as well. So literally, Weevil has picked up a massive defense, especially with that Insect Neglect. That was added to Weevil's deck to make it more competitive as well. Weevil's deck is very good, although he was defeated very early in the Battle City Cup as well. Yugi plays King's Knight. His Jack's Knight's already in the graveyard, so he won't be able to activate that effect, unfortunately. However, Weevil is going to be very hard to touch. Defensively, he has got a lot for Yugi to get through. Insect Neglect can activate as many times as he needs to per turn, as long as you've got monsters in your graveyard. And that is exactly what Weevil does. Yugi, monster-wise, he does have the upper hand here. Weevil won't have monsters in his graveyard forever. Oh, Monster Reborn. Yeah, it's looking like Yugi really should have played it differently. He really should have tributed Ultimate Insect level 5 when he had it with Brain Control. He opted not to, and it looks like it's going to cost him. Ultimate Insect level 7 is back on the field. Oh, Magic Cylinder. That's going to do 2,600 points of damage to Weevil. That's a heavy loss of life points. But Yugi not out of it here. He's only got one card in his hand though. Okay, Yugi puts both of his knights to defense mode. There's Ultimate Insect level 1. Although, not much Weevil can do with that anymore. He can still put it on the field. and just have another shield there. He's still got his ultimate insect level 7, which he can attack away with. There goes Queen's Knight. And draw phase from Yugi. 2 cards in his hand, and he's got nothing to play. He's gone straight to end phase. There's Insect Armor with Laser Cannon. That's a 700 point increase. And he puts it on Flying Kamakiriman number 2. And it looks like that Weevil might have this one. Although you would say Yugi, if he could take this back. Remember, the players do play this live. They make the decision on the spot, and they are human. They do overlook things. But that is what makes this series so good, is that it's not played by AI. So you get genuine human inputs made throughout this game. Yugi throws down Gazelle, the king of mythical beasts. And a bit of a rocky start for the very first match here for the Battle City Cup. Yugi is going to concede the first match. He will have to win 2 games in a row, and that's going to be tough against a duelist like Weevil. Alright, Weevil picks up the first win. Yugi will have to reconsider some of his moves. He acted a little bit too quickly, I think, in the last one. He may have just taken that extra moment or two just to have a quick think, and he may have been able to work that out and play that one a bit better, but not out of it now. Yugi does still have the chance to get back into it. Let's set up another lobby again. That is not what we wanted. We don't want Weevil versus Weevil. As I call a drink break. Yes. We have had issues with the switches. That's why we're getting used to creating the lobbies again. For some reason, yeah, one of the switches, it doesn't seem to like loading stuff up in lobbies sometimes. We will get there in the end. Grab a drink while we wait. There's... Try, and just let me call out to... just try exit all the way out to the start menu and then reset. Sometimes it has a hissy fit. Did we? Alright. Alright, now I'm back. Alright, there we go. We finally got the lobby sorted. Oh, well, such a build up to the start of the Battle City, and we have had a bit of a rocky start. But hey, this is why it's more fun watching humans play Yu-Gi-Oh than AI, because it's like a sport. Even the best players in the world make errors. Alright, Yugi, full focus this game. You've got this one. Alright, King's Knight. Good card to start with. He's also got Dark Magician Girl. We didn't see that at all during the Battle City Cup. And Yugi went all the way to the finals before getting... Well, I won't ruin it, just in case a viewer hasn't seen it, but there is a Battle City Cup that played. It was a good tournament. Alright, Insect Neglect again from Weevil. Very, very good card. Yugi does have magical hats as well. He can spring that if he needs some extra defense. He has also got Mirror Force on the field. There's Brain Control again. And Yugi goes with Dark Magician Girl. And Dark Magician Girl does have a little bit of an animation as well. But for the first time we get to see the Dark Magician Girl in action. Yugi goes with an attack on that face down. It is Arsenal Bug. That has 2000, but if it is the only card on the field, it will lose 1000 off of both of those, attack and defense. So Dark Magician Girl gets Weevil's first monster off the field. With Insect Neglect, Yugi is going to have a bit of a hard time, because every time a monster goes to Weevil's graveyard, he can use Insect Neglect to use it as a shield. Weevil's been very lucky to have drawn it so early in both of these duels. Alright, there's Multiplier, and Dark Magician Girl will go in for an attack again. Yugi also has Valkyrie on the Magna Warrior in his hand. Very difficult to summon. You need to get Alpha, Beta, and Gamma all before, and then you can activate its effect. You can tribute all three of them to summon Valkyrie on the Magna Warrior. Mind you, very strong card, but yes, very difficult to summon. Alright, Weevil still with a face-down defense that he played on the last turn. He is having a bit of a think. That is what we want the players to do, even if the games do slow down slightly. The duels for Battle City are a bit more complex than that of Duelist Kingdom. Alright, Drillbug is destroyed. So Dark Magician Girl holding steady here. Weevil, although because he's still having his monsters sent to the graveyard, he does get to use Insect Neglect. Oh, there we go. Ultimate Insect level 3. And remember, this is a must-win for Yugi. We're best of 3 in this series. Now, Yugi does have Mirror Force on the field. I don't like Mirror Force, but it was one of Yugi's staple cards throughout the series. When I do future duels... Ooh, Yugi goes with Brain Control. And he takes control of Ultimate Insect level 3. That's better from Yugi. If he... Does he elect to summon Buster Blader? He does. Good, that gets Weevil's Ultimate Insect level 3 off the field. That's what Yugi should have done in the last game. So Yugi learning here. He is picked up on Weevil's strategy, although 2 monsters now in Weevil's graveyard. Insect Neglect will activate. Maybe that's what Yugi was thinking in the last duel. Maybe he knew that if he tributed Weevil's monsters, they would end up in the graveyard and Weevil would actually be very difficult to attack. But he also had Monster Reborn as well. He could have drawn one out of Weevil's graveyard. It is human nature to misplay in Yu-Gi-Oh! Here and there. Although Yugi here does have the advantage. Weevil has put 4 cards face down in his Spell and Trap. He may only have high-level monsters in his hand. Insect Neglect will activate. Now, on the next turn, Weevil has no more cards in his graveyard, so Insect Neglect won't be able to activate again. Alright, Weevil now, 4 cards in his hand. He has to get a move on here. Has he got anything to play? He does. Face down defense. Alright, no need for Yugi to activate anything. Buster Blader. Well, there's multiplication of ants. Weevil has sacrificed Gokubor again. He did that in the last duel as well. He'll place 2 ant tokens on the field, and with Gokubor, it's pretty much having 3 shields on your life points. So Weevil defensively playing very well here. As well, Yugi has got a bit of ground to make up. Oh, there's Monster Reborn. Thinking about it, he didn't have to play it, but he has. He has decided to play Dark Magician Girl back to the field. So we will see the animation once more. Yugi didn't play it at all through the Battle City Cup, which was a shame. Dark Magician Girl is a cool card. Alright, Weevil activates Insect Neglect. He puts Gokubor out of play. He will survive with 1 more Army Ant token on the field. Weevil can't use them as tributes though, so Yugi doesn't have to worry about that. But alright, we flip back to Weevil now. And Weevil goes with Dispel. Ooh. Ooh, okay, he's just seen Mirror Force and he's probably thinking, okay, well now I dare not attack. Alright, end phase, turn changes back to Yugi. There's Soul Taker. Wow, and Yugi goes for Soul Taker to get that Ant token. The Ant token won't go to the graveyard. Mind you, Yugi has done that. He's given Weevil 1,000 life points, but Weevil is going to lose an absolute ton here. Because Soul Taker gave him 1,000 points. Weevil lost 3,600 all on that exchange. And if Weevil gets attacked again directly by those two, Weevil will lose. And he goes with a face-down defense. I get the feeling he may have a couple of high-level monsters in his field. Ultimate Insect level 5 or 7. Great Moth. Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth is in there. If he's holding Lava Moth also can't be normal summoned. Oh, there's Kuriboh. Oh, Yugi's also holding Multiply. Oh, you gotta play it. You gotta play it just because, right? Nice. Kuriboh is sacrificed. And Kuriboh in defense. Or Kuriboh token. Kuriboh token in defense. Kuriboh token in defense. Now, tokens in defense become almost more of a liability when we go further into the GX series and above beyond, because monsters start gaining the ability to use piercing damage. So when piercing damage comes into play, using tokens like this isn't always advised, because they will still take battle damage from that piercing effect. We will see all that come through in the GX series. Okay, Yugi still here with the best field. Oh, and here we go. If Weevil can't block this, Weevil is finished. He didn't play anything. And Buster Blader. Okay, Yugi has picked up the second match in a bit of a lackluster one. Let me call it. What Weevil have? Okay, yeah, he had Ultimate Insect level 7. He had Lava Moth, which he couldn't summon. And he also had Insect Queen. So, yes, high-level monsters. That's why Weevil wasn't summoning anything. Okay, what is... We need a tiebreaker. Let's go and set that up in the lobby. Okay, we might need to do a quick cut edit. Alright, I'll resync. Hey. Alright, here we go. Third and final match. And you get an insight to how I sync. Sometimes I wait for the button to be pressed, and as I see it flick on the screen, I call out A. So if I match up my A in post-prod with where the create or define match clicks, that's how I can get what should be a very, very accurate sync point. Although, sometimes it's not the case. I think I've figured that out now, why it wasn't syncing before, so we shouldn't have that issue anymore. Anyway, there has been a lot of weird things happening lately. Even today, I was uploading some shorts to YouTube and they weren't displaying in my videos. It was like everything's like delayed or something. It's showing, which is very strange. I've never had this issue with YouTube. Anyway, I need to pay attention to what's going on. Yugi has played Light of Intervention. This is the tiebreaker match. Yugi also has Dark Magician Girl again in his hand, and Jack's Knight. Ugh, RNG has not been kind. Yugi has got brain control again. Is this like... This must... Maybe this game has a... It doesn't happen with every duel. I reckon it's coincidence. Because Weevil, there we go, he's just drawn Leg Hold, that's different, but Yugi has drawn the same cards again and again. I think it is just coincidence, but I get a slight suspicion that this game may have a problem with its RNG generators sometimes. Anyway, 600 points off Yugi. Leg Hold does have the ability to attack life points directly, even if there's defense on the field. It's only Obnoxious Celtic card. Oh, Yugi decides to flip it up. Okay, he's gone with brain control. Looks like Yugi might be getting the hang of it now. He's taking control of Leg Hold. And he is going to tribute Weevil's leg hole for his Dark Magician Girl. Weevil off to a very bad start here. Yugi has got off to an absolute flyer. It's going to be 3,400 points off Weevil. As we see Dark Magician Girl again. We didn't see her for the entirety of the cup. We have seen her in 2 of the 3 duels of the first round of the Battle City season. Bit of a rocky start, I know, but as our players are human, I guess they do. Remember, there are a lot of cards and a lot of deck strategies to memorize. So I actually find it impressive that they're pulling it off. Alright, 3,400 points have been taken from Weevil. And there is Pinch Hopper. Pinch Hopper's got an interesting effect. When this card you control is sent to your graveyard, you can special summon 1 insect monster from your hand. That is, of course, Weevil does have to have a monster in his hand as well. Ooh, Monster Reborn. Although there's not really anything that strong in the graveyard. Alright, Pinch Hopper is destroyed. Oh, okay, that will mean that Weevil doesn't have a monster that he can special summon in his hand. There's a couple that can't be special summoned due to effects, but Weevil didn't have anything. He may have drawn a bit of a stinker hand for the 3rd duel, unfortunately. It's been a bit of a rocky match all up, but... Alright, Weevil with another face-down defense. He didn't draw, what's that card? He didn't draw Insect. Oh... The name of it's just escaped me. You know the one where he sacrifices his cards from the graveyard and removes them from play. Alright, down goes Pinch Hopper. And Yugi is going to summon the Dark Magician. He's going to have the Dark Magician and the Dark Magician Girl on the field all at the same time. Which is... that's fun. And Yugi does also have magical hats as well. He could also get a bit of a theme going here with these spellcasters. Oh, that may have been a mistake. He should have attacked with Dark Magician Girl. Again, that may have been a misclick. Or maybe Yugi's just gotten overconfident. Ah, okay. I didn't quite, okay, Weevil probably knows he's beaten. He just wants to show what card he had face down. He had Eradicating Aerosol, which is something you can play in conjunction with Parasite Paraseed. Okay, I just heard, yeah, okay, one of our guys called out. Weevil played Pinch Hopper in attack mode by accident. I actually missed that. That's why Yugi attacked with Dark Magician and then Dark Magician Girl, so Weevil got an extra turn in to compensate. Weevil meant to play it in defense mode. Anyway, Yugi has actually mounted a bit of a comeback here and won 2 games in a row to pick up the first season point. And ironically, Yugi played awful in the first game and then really got better in the second and the third to come back and get a win. So a little bit of a rocky start to the tournament, but we do have some really, really good matches coming up, and let me just quickly pull up that bracket. So Yugi and Weevil have played. We can tick that one off. There we go. Okay, so in the next match, Joey against Loomis and Umbra. So Yugi and Kaiba had a tag team duel with them, so we will see how Joey would fare. We've got Odeon and Bakura. Oh, that game alone screams that is going to be an absolute classic. Mako and Marek, Rex Raptor and Strings, Mai and Arcana, Kaiba and Ishizu, Seeker and Esper Robot. I cannot wait for that Odeon and Bakura match. That should be grand. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Yes, I know, bit of a rocky start, but as we know, our players, they are human. They're not AI. That's what makes this tournament even better, because if we were just watching AI, it just wouldn't be very interesting. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Wherever you are in the world, stay safe, keep well, farewell.